thing is your Trump rant on last leg, which I love your tweet off the back of it where you said, I know my primary function is to try and entertain, but if I'm asked about a subject I'm particularly passionate about, then I have to speak from the heart. Always have a laugh with the gang, but thank you to the last leg for allowing me both options. Love you, kooky kids. I watched it back because I'd seen it at the time. I watched it back. It's brilliant, isn't it? Because that's really from the heart how you felt.
I don't know if it's brilliant. I think there's just moments where you go, you're on TV, you're televised, but you if you were talking to mates in the pub, there's like so many other issues where you go, if you ask my opinion, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I know I have a socialist tendency. I watched Danny Dyer last night, and it was brilliant.
It was
I
good,
know,
wasn't
and I tweeted today, and I factored in going, you've got to get back on Sunday brunch, but you're going, and this isn't, we're not here to go, oh, love what you do, love what you do, love what you do. He's a twat.
Who, Cameron?
Yeah, to call him out like that is actually, there's a working class voice. I think they think that we're all pro-Brexit.
Yeah.
And it's a really unfair treatment of, there's been a protest. A lot of people after that vote realised that the protest was actually going through. Now it's happening. We're knackered.
Well,
and I don't want to get political
but
within the first few minutes to talk to you. On the, you know what I mean, on the last leg, you go, I had another thing that went viral. I had to explain to my mum that I'd never masturbated over a nun. I didn't expect that to get the kind of retweets. And you don't want your mum to go to bingo and go, oh, I saw your son. I saw your son on Google.
Nice.
And apparently he's seen a man having sex with a fish. Going, which I did see.
Yeah.
But I only brought it up for comic. If I was trying to wind him up, but you know me.
Yeah.
I'm the stick in the spokes. I'm not the guy that pushes the show forward.
Yeah.
I bring it to a grinding halt.
No, you just say interesting stuff, and that's why people love you. But the Trump thing's great because you...
I think it's like a blood vessel in my head that bursts every now and then. You go, I have to say this now, or else I'm going to hell.
But for anyone who doesn't know what you said about Trump, you sort of basically weren't happy with the way he's separating the children.
No, I don't. And I'm not happy with this notion of the special relationship.
Yeah. Priesthood. You nearly went into that.
Priesthood!
Potter. You were a potter for a
Yeah.
while. Is that what you could? You worked in Argos. You sold boiler insurance. You're a comedian. You're an actor. Your life has been kind of an interesting life, an adventure. Do you think...
I didn't set out to be a comic. I think that's what it is. And I think after studying ceramics, from a young age, from going to study to be a priest, which... seismically shifted everything, shifted my life, kind of stole me childhood from me a little bit.
How long did you do it for?
Only a year and a half.
You were 11?
Yeah.
I mean, excuse the pun, but Jesus, that's a tough thing to ask an 11-year-old kid to do, isn't it, study to be a priest?
It was, and it was something that it took years for me. And I think only when I started writing the book that I came back and I kind of went home to my dad and I went, I was too young. And you shouldn't have, you know what I mean? It shouldn't have happened. It changed everything. I came back from there and I was like a 12-year-old with the mind of a 40-year-old. I'd been away from home and I was with kids and kids didn't know just how lucky they were. I felt like somebody going, you can have a bath when you want. You can do this. You know, you moan about having a bath.
Yeah.
When you're removed from all these sort of luxuries and the love of your home and you're in amongst people who are trying to bend you to their will and you're being told to ignore stuff that you know is wrong, you just come back at you. I can't put it any other without sounding... It's like a Vietnam vet. You're a young Vietnam vet. You come back and you've got 1,000-yard stare because you've witnessed stuff that you shouldn't have had to. And I think from that point on, add on to, if you're reading out like stuff you've done for a living, you go, add to that a very pragmatic thing of having to earn your own money. Do you know what I mean? Having them odd jobs, doing all those things. I I had that, but in the background something was growing, and I never intended to be a comic. It was never. I found myself watching lots of comedy.
Yeah.
Something drew me to it, and then one day you're kind of going, you know, it's what you want to do, but then you end up almost like funding your own apprenticeship. You go into clubs. It's like the first person who buys an album and listens to music, and you get it. You get it between the lines. You get what that person's trying to say to you. And nobody else will understand it. And it's not because you're smug or anything. You're going, somebody else feels like I feel. And I couldn't get my head around how somebody could be so funny constantly for 20 minutes. I didn't understand what a set was or anything. But the first time I came back from college, and I went to a comedy club I went to an art centre in St Helens, and I knew Dominic Holland had just been nominated. And I'm probably the only person in St Helens who knew he'd been nominated for the Paddy. But I went along that night and you're going, there's something magical about this.
So did your act get wilder and wilder then?
I don't know if wild is... There's things I've done.
There's a lot of rumours.
There's stuff of... Yeah, there was one on stage. I did poo on the stage. All right.
Why am I laughing?
But I did it. No, I did it genuinely because I had a reviewer there from the Liverpool Echo, and I said, "Oh, you must be the comedy reviewer." And he said, "No, I normally do pet shows." And I went, "Right." And I went, "Why are you here?" And he went, "Nobody else wanted to come." And we were at that point in the stage, you know, in the talk where everyone's got a bit of cabin fever and we're all losing. You've been living in a van for a month. Yeah. And all I did was recreate Crufts. So I had somebody walk me around as a dog. And I said, you know, it's going well. His tail said, oh, he could be in trouble. Squeezed out the tiniest amount of poo. Now, bear in mind, at this time, Jane Horrocks was touring with Hamlet and she was peeing in a helmet, and that was considered art. What I did was considered crass. But it was my answer to the Liverpool Echo at the time of, don't send a guy who reviews pet shows to review what we're doing. At the end of the gig, it all kicked off and everyone was stood round it. Honest to God, you'd think it was plutonium. Nobody could near it. And I tried to convince them that it was Nutella and that it was a prop. But my techie Jex was stood there nodding, and I went, "It's Nutella in it." And Jex nodded. I went, "Jex, just pick it up." And Jex went, and he just shook his head and walked off. So I had to pick up my own feces and pretend it was Nutella and act casual.
Oh.
And the best thing was the phone call with the promoter when he went, I heard you shout on stage tonight, and you're going, "I did, but trust me, it warranted it." And he went, and I didn't even get to finish. Jane Horrocks is pissing in the hell. He went, Johnny, the thing is, the show's good enough without it. As if I was introducing it as a new feature every night.
Oh no!
The shows have run wide because Johnny can't squeeze one out. I'm not proud of it, but I stand by it. Do you know what I mean? It was necessary for the moment, and
was it a pinnacle point in your career, like where you went, "Line"?
It was when we picked up the Liverpool Echo, and it went, "There was a time when a comedian could make you laugh with a wink." Those times are over.